Well, I'm Sister Maureen McCann, and I've been a Sister of Mercy since 1952. I entered in 1952 at Misericordia. That's the mother house. That was the mother house. I was 17, and I entered in September. And I want to say that the mother house was just that one building, and we shared that building with the group that we called the girls, who were the students, and we never saw them because they were the girls. So the sisters were on one side of the building and the girls were on the other. The first charge that I had as a postulant was the library. I think that's significant given the history of Misericordia now. And there were two of us who worked we cleaned. That's what the postulants and novices did. We cleaned. And we had a sister in charge, Sister Francesca, for whom the library was church. I mean, it was the most important room in the entire building. And we cleaned every table, every chair, every piece of the floor, every day. We never saw who used the library, but we cleaned it. And she would be standing at the door yelling, "Postulants!" And we'd have to come. And so that's one of my memories of Misericordia, is cleaning the library and cleaning the back steps and cleaning the chapel. So I'm a cleaner. I should have taken another profession, huh? I always wanted to be a sister. That was my life. I mean, I was 17, right? But it's a long story and I'll keep it very short. I went to Our Lady of Mercy Academy in Syosset in Long Island. All right. And I went there because my father and mother moved us to Great Neck. And so I went to that school, and there was a novitiate there, right in the high school. The novitiate was there. So wouldn't you think that's where I would enter? Okay, except that my friend and the priest who was like my spiritual director said you couldn't enter the novitiate there because your father would come and set up camp on the property if you were there. So you have to go somewhere else. So I said, well, where will I go? I don't know where to go. And he said, there's a Sister of Mercy novitiate in Dallas. That's how I got here. I knew nothing of Dallas. It was far away from New York. And we drove here and I signed up. And that's how that happened. After I taught here, then I was gone for a number of years doing counseling. And then I was elected president of the community in 1990. And I was in that position for 8 years. And that put me back with Misericordia because the president is connected to the Board of Trustees. So I had some lovely connections. Then I don't know if anybody talked about Al Anderson. He was president when I was president. Wonderful man. He and his wife Anita were just lovely, lovely people. And I really loved working with them. I have one anecdote from my time in terms of Misericordia's Board of Trustees, and I think it's appropriate. As president of the community, I would welcome anybody to come to our meetings and talk to us right down the street here. Well, the president of the board at the time was not happy with me. And he called me up and said that it was very, very wrong that I allowed 2 members of the Misericordia faculty to come to our council meeting and talk about life at Misericordia. And so he asked me to come to breakfast with him in Wilkes-Barre at the hotel. And I went, and he said that was not appropriate. I said, absolutely it was appropriate. The Sisters of Mercy will never say no to anyone who wants to come and talk. So I had nothing else. I had to say yes. And he said, I don't understand. I said, you don't understand, but I'm telling you, that's the charism of the community. If you want to talk, you come, we welcome you. And we had coffee, and it was all right. Change has certainly happened. There's no question. There's been lots of change. I think there has, I was going to mention about campus ministry, that through the work of campus ministry, there has been a path of fidelity to the mission. I think that's, I'm not living close to that, but I think campus ministry has done a remarkable mission to keep that alive, you know. So God knows there's been a lot of change, and a lot of change means we have to accept what happens and the loss of what happens. And so I know that the issue of the library was a big issue at Misericordia for a while. And since I cleaned it, my heart was there as well. But I think that that is like a metaphor. The library is a metaphor for all of the change that we have to accept, because life is not the same. My hope would be that the heart of the matter would remain the same, that Misericordia would remain with the heart of mercy. That would be my hope, if that's at all possible. I don't know, but it would be my hope. I guess I would just keep saying, anyone who goes through the university, do they know what the meaning of Misericordia is? Like if we walked the campus, would the students know, what does Misericordia mean? I think that would be what I would want to know. What does it mean? And what does it mean to you? That's it.